And if it doesn't come, if you got to break it off, oh, that should come off. Yeah.
Slowly but surely it's coming.
Ooh. Oh, I thought that was it already. Just started. It just started out foul.
Started out weird.
Yeah. Now look, go out and go left a little bit, and then we'll be this way, and we'll fan all across it. There's no doubt there's fish all over this spot, but
don't forget that $20 motherfucker.
yeah, I might throw that too. You know what else? What Jave told me on the IMs we were going through was drag a worm across. There's a drag a lizard through here right now.
In the back.
Yeah. See, and that's his thing. He'll cast all the way out there, and to me, I should be where you just came from.
No, I have a tendency. I like to go across points. I don't like to go over the point. I like to drag across it. Like if the finger sticks out, I'll chop it in pieces. Depending on where they're at. If they're hitting close, I'll stay close.
They're out all over here, though. You see all the activity.
Look at them out there.
Yep.
Look at that. That's a school. Look at that.
Uh-huh.
They're chopping the shit out of it.
Yeah, they're still out there, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Maybe the shad's starting to school up now. I know it ain't bluegills schooled up like that. Not out in deep water.
Oh, I'm getting to the end of my line. If I get a hit right now, and he's a big one, I'm in trouble.
That's all right. We'll run him down. That motor will travel.
When Jack and I are out, we get each other giggling and shit. I got another Gene Tracy joke I remember. I have to tell you. And now I can't. And right now I can't remember what it was, but I'll get it.
You get it when you stop.
Oh, I now I remember. What reminded me of was we were at.
Fish right there?
Yeah. Yeah, he's still right there.
Can you fish that close to the surface?
Yeah, it sinks real slow.
Right. So if you want to let it go,
yeah,
just let it do its thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too, Ron. But anyway, we'll get giggling, making each other laugh, and we're doing if you might be a redneck jokes, and one of my favorites is, and I made this up. If you've ever had a fishing lure fly at you at 100 miles an hour because you didn't have enough line on your reel, he might be, because Jack, we were out one day and Jack did that and the fucking lure come shoot right back at him. Yeah.
He literally cast it to the end of the line.
Yeah, and it went boink, came shooting right back at him. What was the other one? If the fish you catch and release need a tetanus shot, you might be a redneck. No, here's the other joke. We were at Bromwell Sunday, and some guy, my buddy Gordon, buys musical shit, and somebody bought, it was a flute or something, a piccolo. That's what the guy said. I don't know what this is, a flute or piccolo or whatever. So I said, I got a piccolo joke, and they were like looking at me like I'm crazy. So the story goes, this guy's starting a new church, and he can't find anybody to play the hymns. So he puts an ad in the paper, and this piccolo player shows up. The only person that shows up, right? And
it's already funny. You told a joke.
So anyway, so he says, well, you know, the preacher goes, well, this is my only chance. So all right, because so first Sunday congregation comes in, and he's doing the sermon. All says, okay, everybody turn to hymn number 25. And the piccolo player says, psst, psst, Mr. Preacher Man, please don't play number 25. That's a son of a gun. I can't play that one. He says, okay. Well, everybody turn to hymn number 182. Piccolo player goes, Mr. Preacher Man, please don't play 182. Finally said, yeah, after like the second or third time the piccolo player says he can't play it, somebody from the congregation yells out, piccolo player's a motherfucker. And the preacher says, all right, I'll be darned if somebody's gonna cuss my you know, in the house of the Lord. Right. He says, I want to know who called my piccolo player motherfucker. And nobody raises their hand. So preacher says, okay, well, all right, I want to know who's sitting next to the man. You know, whoever's sitting next to the man that called my piccolo player motherfucker, raise his hand. And nobody raises their hand. And he goes, all right, well, I want to know the man who's sitting next to the man who's sitting next to the man that called my piccolo player motherfucker. And this goes on 3 or 4 more times. And finally some guy in the back raises his hand. And the preacher man says, yes. And he goes, Mr. Preacher, I'm not the man who's sitting next to the man who called your piccolo player motherfucker. I'm not the man sitting next to the man who's sitting next to the man who's sitting next to the man that called your piccolo player motherfucker. But what I want to know is who called that motherfucker a piccolo player. Oh, shit.
That's a good one.
And that's that guy's routines. We had a cassette player, that shit. And I remember him in the strangest places. And that was one I remember last weekend because the guy I don't know, this a flute or piccolo or something. I just laughed. Said, I know a piccolo.
Tell him the joke.
Oh yeah, I stood there. I'm walking down the aisle of Bromwell's telling the piccolo motherfuckers. All right, we'll have to.